Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at uranium energy. It is time for another update, and on the long time frame on this chart we have been tracking all along this as a triple 1-2 setup that occurred in this area, and now we are tracking the larger wave 3 that could develop over the foreseeable future. Could honestly take quite a while, but regardless of that, internally here in the previous videos we have provided only in this area like 10 successful trade setups, and one of them that didn't work out in the very short time frame towards the top here, but then it ended up being a very insightful signal that this is failing to develop as an impulse to the upside. So not even too upset about that. But we are tracking right now a leading diagonal that would end up being an additional 1-2 that could allow us for another entry over the long time frame for the actual third wave, the very strong push to the upside. Now we have provided some targets for the general wave 3 that we have been looking for, at least in some different perspectives. So for this 1-2 setup we are looking for a wave 3 target at around the 138.2% extension, around the $130 level, something like that. But so far we still are within this 1-2 setup where we are trying to build a third wave in this area. Right now it is failing in building the actual wave 3 because we are developing a diagonal structure in this area, which can only really be either a wave 1 or a wave 5, or in the case of a correction, an A wave or a wave C. But the wave 3, it cannot be. The wave 3 must always be an impulse, which this right now it is not. Now it could still turn into something more bullish, even something that could lead to the third wave to the upside, because while it does have a diagonal structure so far, we could also consider that this is a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, another 1-2 setup here, then a few other 1-2 setups in this area, and then this could end up being a third wave to the upside after we complete here a correction in a wave 2. Fortunately for us, in either interpretation, either this, what I just showed you, or the larger wave 4 correction in this area would have heavily overlapping support zones. I just cannot invalidate pushing the still continuation to the upside if we fail below to hold the 78.6% retracement here, and even if we fall below this actual bottom for the supposed 1-2 setup that could be occurring in this area. I cannot discard that being just the other count, the count that we have here in white, being the wave 4 retracing very deeply and still looking for continuation in the fifth wave to the upside. Now that is a bit unfortunate. I'm just pointing out that this area could prove to be a lot more than just a correction for a wave 4 and then a fifth wave to the upside, because instead it could be the beginning of the actual strong third wave to the upside. So a lot of bullish potential is still possible, and so far we did reach the 38.2% retracement, but the movement to the upside so far is still corrective in nature, so even a WXY doesn't even look like an ABC pattern. So I am still favoring continuation to the downside in this area, and now we can get to the previous video support zones and count that I provided. I can reveal these now. And in this area I have been warning you right before we had this push to the upside in this top that we are having a full count in this wave C, and that we really only needed one more push to the upside, and that was before we got this push and this extension, and that then after this full count we could be looking for this significant correction in such a wave 4. And it seems to be unfolding very well right now. So far we have only one wave down. In my opinion, it could be considered a 3-wave structure, and technically we could be in a different count that would allow still further continuation to the upside, but the corrective nature of what has pushed so far back in a relief rally does seem to rather suggest continuation to the downside. So I provided you these resistance areas that would indicate to us that we should still be looking for lower prices for now. Now in this wave B area, I was looking up to the 78.6% retracement for resistance. We did hold below that, and then for this additional 1-2 setup that I was tracking, I provided you even another area of resistance, this tiny one that extended again to the 78.6% retracement. It did hold the price below and actually created the continuation to the downside. Now, the actual count that is developing in this area does seem to be quite hard to actually read. Now, I might even add that this could be a simple 1, 2, 3, 4th, and the 5th developing to the downside, where this could be an initial wave 1 within the wave C. So I would be very careful of further continuation to the downside. I will mention I am not opposed either for a reset within this wave B, especially since to the downside we don't really have a 5-wave structure, a clear structure that would indicate continuation in this trend. So I am open for more sideways, more different interpretations of how this movement, this correction could look. It could end up being a triangle normally in a wave 4. Now, not normally within a diagonal pattern, but it could still be within something else. I am not trying to take too many assumptions on what and how it will develop. I am just generally looking for lower prices as long as we stay below the $14.4 level at the moment. And as I was mentioning in the previous video, the ideal target for a wave C for now remains at the 100% extension of the wave A, and that is at around the $11.75 level. That does get us to the support zone, the general support zone for a wave 4, and it does get us to the 50% retracement for this blue idea, where realistically, we could still possibly see a 1-2 setup for a very strong third wave to the upside that could follow afterwards. Now, this is not necessarily the high probability setup I'm looking for, but a wave 4 correction for a 5th wave to still continue this uptrend does seem quite likely to me, and I will personally be tracking that very closely and looking for an entry in that area. So for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.